Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night and that you'll enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching.
Question time. Have you got a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you speaking with somebody right now? Or are you about to go ahead and date somebody but have that pit in your stomach and you just don't know whether or not you should go for it? I feel like Jeremy Carr right now. Well, I have a toxic trait. And I always get the answers that I need to know whether to move forward with a guy or not. So this is the kind of answer I get, and I get it quite a lot with this toxic trait of mine. I'm just going to put a green screen up. So here are my results of my toxic trait. I mean, the answers delivered on a plate. This toxic trait works a treat. And let's face it, we are in the month of Halloween. So I'm going to show you how to catch your partner out.
And she didn't. I mean, she did made a part 2, but I'll save you all the trouble because it's 3 minutes long and she's saying nothing. All she's saying is make up a fake friend, make up a friend location, and try to get the man that you're talking to jealous. That's it. Now, maybe it's just me, but someone could argue that your toxic trait made you to be a single mother. But again, that's just me. What do I know? She also made a part 4 because, you can easily skip part 3, even though the best fun is when you mix 3 and some together. But again, what do I know? But worry not, she promised that if she becomes TikTok famous, she's here to stay. So probably we're gonna see more of her in the future. I wonder if we're gonna see a no F account in the future as well, but that remains to be seen.
Knowing that I can be this good looking and this single really solidifies to me that it must be something to do with my personality. But I ain't changing.
Well, I guess good for you, congratulations. But just keep in mind that you will be changing. 10 years from now, you will still have the same personality, but not the same looks. Now, if that's gonna be a good thing or not, remains to be seen. And we will be seeing that in your future videos.
Because I'm not going to let my life's potential be stunted by a man's incompetence.
I am not going to let my life's potential be stunted by a man's incompetence. I am not going to let my life's potential be stunted by a man's incompetence. I'm going to tattoo that on my body.
Yes, as you should. As you should if you don't have the intellect to think for yourself. But yeah, in case you're still wondering, this is how it's spreading. From one 30, 40-year-old goddess to another.
I'm 22 years old and I just got my license 2 weeks ago. I have no friends. I've made no accomplishments. I have no good memories. I have no relationship. I have nobody who wants to be in a relationship with me. I have nobody who genuinely likes me and cares about me and wants to spend time with me. I barely ever see my family or talk to my family, the very little family that I actually have. I live alone. The only thing that makes me happy is my cat and substances. And this is life. This is what being in your 20s is. That's great. It never gets better also. People always told me it'd get better when I was like 15, 16. It never did. And it never will. And I think that's just something I'm going to have to accept and live with. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, to everyone. I'm not really sure who told you that 20s are gonna be easy, but they're not meant to be easy. They're meant to prepare you for the life that's ahead of you. Some will have it easy, choosing fun over everything else, but they're waking up usually in their 30s, looking back, not even realizing what went wrong. Some will choose school, jobs, careers, and they're still gonna have fun, but fun will not be the top priority. Now, I would say if you really want to find out who you are, lay off the substances.
Be that person that doesn't want them and they're just going to want you more and more and more.
I literally cannot listen to advice like this anymore. Like, it's crazy that I used to actually listen to this and take notes. And it's crazy to me that the people in the comments are actually taking notes on this toxic behavior. Listen, girls, if you want a relationship, you should not need to play games. I don't know if you guys have heard the book Attached, but in the book it's talking about attachment styles and how if you let the other person dictate how often you guys talk. So for example, by not messaging them, by not asking them to give you attention, you're actually attracting avoidant types. My advice, if you're looking for a relationship, is to communicate your needs early on. And if the guy can't fulfill those needs, get rid of him. Throw him out. If he's not texting you, don't start not texting him. Just get rid of him because it's unattractive. If he's not planning dates with you ahead of time, get rid of him. If he's paying attention to other girls, get rid of him. It shouldn't make him more attractive. It should make him less attractive. So unless you just want to like mess around with guys and you don't want a relationship and it's just fun for you to be with guys that'll never give you attention, do not take this advice. Trust me, I've been through this.
She did. She's really been through this. Now she found a boyfriend, and funny how that changes everything. I guess good men are still doing good deeds. Just like we kept saying it for years. Ever since you started with that all men thing. And this applies to both men and women. If they're playing games, just move on.
So how come a guy can really want us and really want to make it work and really like us, but then it doesn't work and then we turn around and we see...
So yes, go watch this creator's video if you haven't. But this is why I'm such a firm believer in seasons. I talked about this a little bit on my podcast last week. But sometimes we have seasons with a specific person and sometimes we just have seasons in general. And sometimes we think because the person's putting in the max effort that we should force it and push as hard as we can to try to make it work. When in reality, it just isn't meant to work, at least for this time, this season. I feel like our job is just to relax in the season and realize that even if they wanted to, doesn't mean it'll always work out because it's not the right season.
That makes absolutely no sense, but I'm gonna try it out next time regardless. Next time I get rejected, I'm gonna say, well, winter is coming, so that's why. Oh no, wait, you said that's for pretty girls. I guess I'm gonna wait for the next hot girl summer. Yeah, that makes just about as much sense as everything you said.
I haven't missed about being single is the power random men get over you when they like stop responding to you after you've been talking for a couple days. Like, I'm not over my ex, like it's nothing, but this guy has left me on red twice and I want to headbutt a fork. Like, how does he have that kind of power over me when I don't even think he could lift me?
Well, it's the power of validation. You didn't get that from him. You needed to be the one rejecting him, ghosting him, and he was the one doing it first. Now I have no idea if he could have lifted you or not, but if he couldn't, maybe you should both join a gym.
Okay, POV, you go on a date, and he says, do you want to go for drinks? And I say, sir, I'm 3 years sober, we can't go for drinks. So he says, okay, let's go for coffee. And I'm like, coffee? I love coffee. I drink 8 coffees a day. Let's go for coffee. So we go for coffee. We meet at the coffee shop. Meet outside. Everything's good. Everything's swell, Brielle. And then this guy says, I actually don't drink coffee. And I'm like, I don't drink alcohol. You don't drink coffee. Off to a great start. Then I'm like, okay, well, there's tea. You can get something else if that's good. He's like, yeah, that's good. Great. Problem solved. Go up to order. I get my iced coffee, almond milk, everything's dandy. This guy orders steamed milk. And not just like skim milk, whole milk. Steamed, whole milk, and not with flavoring, just plain. And what do you do?
I don't know, nothing. Get to know him, get to know his character, get to know his personality, find out more about him. It doesn't matter what he drinks. It only matters if you're compatible and if you see each other long term. He wasn't seem to be bothered about your 3 years sober. So he wasn't judging you, he was just trying to get to know you. Also, how do you get so winded for just opening the door, even before you started going up the stairs? I know your story was tiring, but for us, not for you. You were the one telling the story. Right, so there's music playing on the background that I had to mute, obviously, and it seems that none of them are willing to talk anymore, so I'll just read what she said. Anyone in Vancouver want to be in love so we can share rent? I'm not really sure what love has to do with anything, but sure. It seems to me that lately more and more strong and independent are looking for love. Now, just before you say no, you're not willing to share your love with this one, keep in mind that she's also a single mother of 4. If that didn't convince you, I don't know what will.
1 minute you're young and fun. The next you're turning down the radio in your car so you can see better.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.